أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's another day, another opportunity to be thankful to Allah, and it's really an honor having you here with us at Horizon TV. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Muslim Insight Show, where we talk matters that really concerns you. My name is Zamzam Ahmed, and my sign language interpreter is Ilhan Noor. Now today we are going to talk about cerebral palsy awareness. What is it about CP? What are the signs and symptoms? What are the treatment, the diagnosis, and everything that concerns cerebral palsy? And in the building, I am joined by Saida Edi, who is an educator. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing this morning?
Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah, it's really an honor having you here with us at Horizon TV. Karibu tena.
Asante sana.
Now we're talking about cerebral palsy, but before we go deep to our topic of discussion, perhaps someone who might not be knowing about you, who is Saida?
Saida, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and an educationist. For those who know me, they know I'm very passionate about my daughter, and I'm very passionate about my career. I do not take it for granted for what Allah has truly blessed me with.
Amen.
I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, I take everything with stride.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, deep to our topic of discussion, cerebral palsy awareness. To begin with, perhaps we can get to know more about cerebral palsy. What is it? Is it a disease? Is it a condition for the people who don't know about cerebral palsy?
Okay, there's a lot of misconception, but cerebral palsy is not a disease. It is a condition. It is a condition which affects the movement and postures of a person, and it normally brought about abnormal activities in the brain. So as a normal human being, when you don't have any abnormal condition, you tend to function properly. But if you have cerebral palsy, after the brain is affected, you have movements which are uncoordinated. So we have a cerebral palsy. And with cerebral palsy, we have different types of cerebral palsy. If I would like to go on briefly, there's a spastic cerebral palsy. Muscles are stiff and tight. This is one of the most common type. And then we have dyskinetic, involuntary, uncontrolled movements. And then we have atasic, problems with balance and coordination. And then we have the last one, mixed, where we have the three combinations together. Yeah.
Now, we also talk about autism. How is it different from CP?
Autism, with cerebral palsy, mostly is about the movements.
Okay.
And autism, it varies from a child to child. Okay. Mostly it's about the concentrations and what have you. Okay. So it's a bit different.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I almost thought it's kind of from the same family.
No.
Now, you've talked about the different types of CP.
Yes.
Now, let's get to know about the causes. What are the causes of cerebral palsy?
We have a few causes of cerebral palsy. First of all, during birth, during that labor period, when you undergo prolonged labor and your child lacks oxygen, it's one of the causes which may result to cerebral palsy. Another thing is premature birth.
Okay.
And when the child is born and the child has not reached the stipulated period and it's born premature, the child will get brain damage and may result to cerebral palsy. Another thing is infections during pregnancy.
Okay.
Those also affect the well-being of a child. And then head injuries during early birth, early childhood, because at the time the brains are still developing. So maybe an accident may occur, or my child may fall down or something like that. it also affects the well-being of the child and results to cerebral palsy. Another thing, genetic or developmental issues affecting brain growth, which those are beyond us. Yes, those are some of the reasons, yeah.
Now, because of the causes that you've mentioned, it all revolves around during birth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly.
And if I may ask, who are the most affected people, or gender, or rather generation?
Sometimes early marriages. And when our girls tend to get married when they're still young, and their bodies are not yet fully developed to handle the labor intensity. So it may affect that child. And sometimes when we have some emergencies, and when you go to some of our hospitals and do not get immediate help during childbirth, you may undergo prolonged labor. For instance, like me, that was my experience. I underwent a very prolonged labor, and it resulted to me having a child with cerebral palsy. Yes.
And how is it living with a child who has a cerebral palsy been to you?
My life revolves around that daughter because she's totally dependent on me. She's on a wheelchair. I have to feed her, I have to bathe her, I have to change her. She's on diapers, and she's on some special foods. So everything which I do, I have to put her in consideration. Okay, I have other daughters, but she takes most of my time, and a bit, sometimes it's a bit financial draining because of the extras which we have to cater for. Yeah, but Alhamdulillah, yes.
Yeah, may Allah make it easy for you.
Amen.
Now, other than financial, because I can see financial issue is also a problem. Now, I didn't mean to ask this, but let me just ask it. Because it is not only you, we have other parents who have kids who have CP.
Yeah.
Now, what are the common challenges, or rather the general challenges that the parents are facing?
First of all, due to the magnitude of the problem, some parents have, especially from the most vulnerable groups, they cannot afford the assistive devices. And although some societies may provide them for free, which I'm thankful about it. And then there's an issue of food. Some parents cannot even afford that special food. And then there's the issue of diapers. And then most of these kids are under medication. And the medication, they are not provided for free. So the parents have to cater for that cost. Although we have organizations like Kawe, they give the parents at subsidized prices, but to some parents it's a challenge. And then the aspect of therapy. These children have to have therapy, physiotherapy, and occupational therapy, so that at least to strengthen their muscles and to make them at least more independent people, although sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. So these are some of the things which the parents have to undergo. And then sometimes I feel that the government is not really supporting these people with cerebral palsy. Why? Because I think we should get our medication for free, our assistive devices, although some societies they give us for free, but I think the government should do enough. And then there's this Inua Jamii. Every parent or people with disabilities, they get about 2,000 shillings per month. And the magnitude of the problems and the financial burdens that is not enough. And in Kenya, the minimum wage is only 15,000. So the people who are receiving the Inua Jamii, you cannot compare 2,000 and 15,000. I think the government should look into that. Yeah.
Now, I believe there was a walk on 6th of this month, which was on Monday, right?
Yes.
And this is a walk that has been organized by the Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya. Perhaps you can get to know about this walk.
Okay, this is an annual event where we get sponsors, and Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya is a society which caters for people with disabilities. So we have our sponsors and our well-wishers. We come together, we organize, we print T-shirts, and then we organize it, and we give out leaflets, and we go to churches, and I'm sorry to say other organizations, and we make the day a success. Because we try to create awareness, telling people this thing is there, and what are the causes, and these are just normal human beings like others.
That is why we are here today,
yes,
to make them understand that there is something called cerebral palsy,
yes,
and it does not affect a certain religion or certain culture, but it cuts across.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Now, because we've mentioned about the people who are being affected, mostly being the premature baby, like during birth. As a parent, perhaps, I give birth to a kid, a baby. How would I know that my kid is affected, or rather, what are the signs and symptoms of a CP?
Okay, a child with CP doesn't have the normal milestones like any other child, because, for instance, as you give birth, there are those milestones which a child, you look for those milestones. For instance, the neck support, it is delayed, the sitting is delayed, and then there's a lot of drooling, and then cross eye, and then the muscles are very soft, and then walking is a problem, delayed speech. So you can look at for such signs.
Okay.
But overall, when you tend to come across some of these symptoms, or these signs, I'd advise you go to Mbagathi, or you go to Mama Lucy or Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya, and then you'll get some assessment. There's some qualified people there, professionals. They will assess your child, and then they'll give you a summary report of your child's condition. Yes.
Now, there are many myths and misconceptions about CP. What are the myths and misconceptions about this condition?
Okay, in our African concept, we say it is witchcraft.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Nasema kila kitu ni witchcraft.
Uchawi, kwetu hakuna watoto kama hao,
Okay.
Yeah, those things. But this is a condition. There is no witchcraft, there is no nothing. This is a condition. It happened, maybe childbirth, or an accident, or the reason which I gave earlier. Yeah.
Okay. And perhaps, what types of treatment or therapies that you've mentioned? I heard you talking about the therapy, the psychosocial therapy. Are there or available to help manage the condition? Or rather, do we have cure for CP?
Unfortunately, we do not have cure. Yeah, we just we have therapy just to make the life easier for that person, but there is no cure. Yeah. So we just have physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, such like things. But actually, you go inject a person or give them medication, no. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of integration. We should avoid discrimination. If it's a child, after the assessment, the professional will advise you if the child is going to fit to a normal school or to a special school. That is why I would advise parents out there who have children with cerebral palsy to get an assessment first, so that they will be advised appropriately where they will admit their children, so that they can at least integrate with the society, because we cannot have them hidden in the houses, and that is sometimes what is sadly what is happening. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we've talked about Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya, what does it deal with, or what are its services to the people that are being affected by this condition?
Okay, Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya is situated in Donholm. It caters for children and persons with cerebral palsy. In the society, we have a special unit for children with cerebral palsy, where they go to school, they are picked by buses, and then in the evening they return back home. And then we have therapy for the small children. The parents bring their children to the secretariat, and then the therapy is applied to them. And then we have outreach program. Outreach program is for big children, where you are not able to take them to Donholm. So the professions from the cerebral palsy, they come to your house and they administer therapy to your child. Yes. And then sometimes, as I said earlier, it's a society. When people bring stuff like food stuff, like medication or clothes, the parents who are most vulnerable, they are being provided with such stuff. And then sometimes we have groups, support groups in the Cerebral Palsy Society. We have, for example, like Lillian, where parents, they meet monthly. They have their meetings. They support each other. They have a small SME so that they can empower themselves. Yes.
Okay. Our topic of discussion is cerebral palsy awareness. Why is it important for us to create awareness to the people, to the society?
It is important to create awareness so that we can avoid the myths. Because sometimes back it was so bad. If somebody could find your child, or a person who is disabled for that matter, they would stare, they would look at you, they wouldn't want you even to touch your child, they wouldn't even want to sit next to your child. So we are trying to create awareness, to tell them these are just normal human beings. Something happened, it's not their wish. These are our children, they are our sisters, our brothers, and our nieces, our nephews. So they're still here, they need love. And we need to embrace them, and we need to integrate them into the society. Yes.
Now that we've talked about the myths and misconceptions, now what's the fact about this condition, the cerebral palsy? What are the facts?
Can you rephrase again?
Like facts about this condition, that it's real, something like that.
Yes, it is real. Yeah, very real. And it is, unfortunately, as much as we have the medics to, okay, at least now people are enlightened, things happen and it will just be there. So the best thing is just we embrace it, and those who are affected, we give them support. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good, because like you've said, the myth and misconception in our African culture, people see it as a witchcraft.
Yes.
Maybe what are other myths that people think, or are there other myths concerning this condition?
The people, some say they are, maybe you are cursed. There are some things which you didn't do, you didn't follow in your tradition. These are just things which are very sad to listen to, and to listen to, and to go through. But these things, if we continue like that, I don't think we're going to go anywhere. But I think those are just things which outdated. Yeah, they're outdated. Yeah.
And how does living with CP impact individuals as they grow older, from childhood to adulthood, through adulthood?
First of all, to start with, those are human beings, and they can see and they can understand anything. Despite that they have cerebral palsy, they can understand and they are aware of the environment. So when they see people moving, they see people going to work, for those who are bound to their houses or bound to their wheelchairs or bound in some unique situations, they have feelings.
Okay.
They have feelings. So it is good to understand them and give them care as much as you can. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think we have a long way to go in terms of creating awareness to the people, because not everybody knows about this condition, not everybody, because I believe as we talk about the myths and misconception about the cerebral palsy, we find that there are people who are affected, yeah, but there are people who think that this is not something that should be affecting us. This is not something that, like, we are perfect, you know. Now, when we talk about creating awareness concerning this condition, now maybe we can talk about cerebral palsy versus the religion of Islam. How do Muslims take this condition?
First of all, I do not have a lawyer, so my fellow Muslims do not attack me.
Okay.
I'm very sad to say that most of my fellow Muslims, some have taken it very positively, others have taken it very negatively.
Okay.
But I would have wished they could have come to support us, the fellow Muslims, and the others. Because, for instance, when we're doing our outreach or we're fundraising and all that, you can go to somewhere and they see you in a bubu, they'll tell you, nyinyi Waislamu nyinyi ni matajiri sana.
Okay.
Sometimes it feels awkward. Yeah, and I know we Muslims, we can do it. The other day there was that talk for Palestine. I'm throwing a challenge to my fellow Muslims. Why can't we do something like that? A walk for people with disability. Yes, okay, it will be for the Muslims, but we conclude the other religion denominations. It could be so beautiful to start with, because out of my experience, I have friends from my religion part of view, and some of my friends have not embraced it. They have not. So sometimes I have to go to the houses, invite them to my house, come and see my daughter, this is how we live, everything is going to be okay, don't worry, you have to take it positively. So from the Muslim point of view, we still have a lot to do. Yes. So, and I would like you, the people from the media, especially the Horizon, I think you can have a segment on that, and you make a follow-up and you create awareness. I think you can do a better job.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And we are there to ensure that we create awareness to the people. And with that, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be back with more on how we are going to prevent cerebral palsy, and especially during birth. Therefore, stay tuned.
for the nation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
Enyi mlioamini, mnapoitwa kuhudhuria swala ya Ijumaa, fanyeni haraka kuikimbilia, muache biashara zenu, hilo ni bora ikiwa mwelewa.
Isikilizeni kwa umakinifu khutba ya Ijumaa
ili uzidi kujenga imani yako na kupata faida nyingi ya siku hii.
Coming to you every Friday from Jamia Mosque, Nairobi.
Live on Horizon TV.
Kitabu chenye uongofu kilichoteremshwa kwa mpangilio maalum.
Sura ikiitwa Madania inamaanisha iliteremshwa Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam alipokuwa kwa Madina.
Kila sura imepewa jina rasmi na sababu zake za kimsingi.
Inaitwa Suratun Nisa'il Kubra, sura ya wanawake kubwa.
Fahamu sababu za kuteremshwa Qur'an na matukio ya kipekee katika utaratibu huu.
Asema Mwenyezi Mungu wa Nuha, nakumbukeni kisa cha Nuh, tumpomlingania kabla, tukamjibu yale mambo aliyoyaomba, tukawa ni wenye kumwokoa yeye na ahli yake.
Ungana na Profesa Muhammad Salim Badamana katika malengo ya Qur'an kila siku ya Jumapili saa 11 kamili jioni katika Horizon TV.
قال تعالى في محكم تنزيله بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Ninasaha kutoka pwani.
هذا الدين قال الله قال الرسول قال الصحابة هم أولو العرفان. انتهى.
Ili kuongoza kwenye njia iliyonyoka.
Sikizeni hadithi hii ya Mtume alayhi salatu wasalam.
Hakuna atakayeweza kumfungia mtu mlango ambaye Mwenyezi Mungu aliyemfungulia.
Kuimarisha imani yako.
ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك.
Ungana na mashekhi wetu kutoka pwani kwenye mimbar.
Mimbar zinamwakilisha Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Ni Jumamosi na wakati saa 3 usiku katika Horizon TV, runinga uipendayo. HorizonTV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for keeping it at Horizon TV. Welcome to our second segment of the Muslim Insight Show, and we continue with our conversation on cerebral palsy awareness. We left at knowing about cerebral palsy and everything, and the myths and misconceptions. Now I want us to look at the diagnosis and treatment, because every problem has a solution, and that is why we are here to create awareness to the society concerning this condition. Now, Teacher Saida, what's the difference between diagnosis and treatment, first of all?
Diagnosis is when you have known what is the diagnosis is when you take up the treatment.
Okay.
And you said the other symptoms.
The treatment.
The treatment.
Like the diagnosis.
Yeah.
We hear people talk about diagnosis. We hear people talk about treatment.
Treatment is treatment. You have known about the diagnosis. Now you're taking up the treatment.
Okay.
Yes.
Now with cerebral palsy, what's its diagnosis?
Its diagnosis is after you have been assessed and you're given a report by a qualified professional. So from there, that is when you're going to take up the treatment. It may be, you'll be advised about speech therapy, anticonvulsants, occupational therapy, such like things. Yeah.
Now, those are the treatment of cerebral palsy.
Yes.
I want us to move to something else, because earlier in our first segment we talked about the causes, and a lady giving birth at an early stage is one of the causes of cerebral palsy. Now I want us to know about the risk factors that increase the chances of a child being born with cerebral palsy.
One of the known factor, which is the most common, is prolonged labor. I'm afraid some of these government facilities, during emergency times, during labor time, there tend to be some negligence. So if I would like just if a person is brought in and is in that situation, it's my prayer that they do their work diligently to avoid such situation, because this is a lifetime situation. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are other risk factors? Sorry.
For instance, during the antenatal time, I would like the women to take up this period very seriously. They should go to the clinics, and if there is something which is not right, they'll be told earlier. Because during those monthly clinics, you are being checked in. You're told you are progressing well or you're not progressing well. Such like things, the professionals they advise you as according to what they have experienced. So it is good they take the antenatal care very, very, very seriously. And then the immunizations from 0 to 5 years, that is a very, very, very crucial time of a child. Yes.
Now talk about early marriages. How does this affect cerebral palsy? How does it, how does it increase the chance of giving birth to a child with cerebral palsy?
First of all, we have when a woman gives birth, that is the most enduring period of a woman's life, and the body undergoes a lot of changes and a lot of pain. So when that girl who is underage, when she gives birth, that is a very traumatic experience, and the body and the mind and she's not ready for that situation. So sometimes that is where problems start. Yeah.
And what about premature? You've mentioned it as the causes of cerebral palsy.
For premature, sometimes you cannot avoid it. Yeah, like for instance, for mine, one of my twins, the one who is affected with cerebral palsy, she was premature. When I gave birth to her, she had not attained, she was less than 2 kilograms. So we had to stay in a special unit for 2 weeks so that she could gain a bit weight. So that one was, that is unavoidable. Yes.
And I believe there are ways which you can prevent a kid from having this condition during birth. Perhaps when a kid is being born. What are the preventions?
Naturally, when a child is born during that labor period, a child is supposed to cry. And sometimes a child does not cry. So that is when those are that is a very crucial time. So the doctor or the nurses, that is when they have to they have to be on their toes so that they may know that if this child is going to be affected, because I'm told if there's lack of blood in the brain during that time, it also affects that child. Yes, like for mine, when I gave birth, she didn't cry immediately. So she was slapped 3 times. So I was a new mother. I thought they were killing my baby, but I came to learn later it was part of the process. And then from there, they took her to the nursery unit. Yes.
And because you've mentioned about the signs and symptoms of cerebral palsy, how do symptoms vary from person to person?
Cerebral palsy, you cannot blanket it. As I said earlier, we have different types, and we have 4 types. So it depends on the individual and the damage. Yeah, we cannot blanket it. Yeah.
Now that we have the CPSK, like the Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya, and you talked about what it deals with and every services that it offers to parents or caregivers of cerebral palsy children, what are other things that a person might need to know about CPSK in general, everything, in terms of support system, in terms of,
if you want more information, you can walk into the secretariat and you'll be served well. If you want to participate in one of our events, you can come in the office. You will be advised accordingly. If you want to donate foodstuff of any assistive devices, you can just walk in there and they will guide you further. Yeah, it's an open society.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the work was organized by CPSK, right?
Yeah, and some of our sponsors. Yes.
Okay. There are some few things that which people might need to know about the work. What was it? What were the key messages or moments from the event you'd like to highlight today?
Oh, first of all, I would like to say it was a success, and my shout out to the people in the office who organized the work. You did a wonderful job. So the key thing about that work is to create awareness. Yeah, to create awareness. And if somebody out there sees us walking or doing whatever we are doing during that day, they can contact us and they can join us and they can be part of it. It's not necessarily you have to be disabled or you have to have a child or a person with disability. You can just come and be one of our well-wishers and you walk with us. We really need you guys. Whether you are disabled or not, come and walk with us.
Okay.
Yes.
And what impact does stigma or lack of awareness, because you talked about the importance of creating awareness concerning the cerebral palsy condition. Now, what impact does stigma or lack of awareness have on individuals living with CP and their families?
The impact of stigma, it is so bad because the persons affected tend to shun away from the society. They feel discriminated, and they feel they're not worth living. So it is very important we have them and embrace them. Yes.
Okay. I know you've mentioned about cerebral palsy not having a cure, but how can a parent or a caregiver manage cerebral palsy kids in a better way?
What happens during when you have a child, after you're being assessed and then you are told your condition of your child, during when you go for therapy, you are there with the therapist, and the therapist guides you as to do what he or she is doing. And then because this therapy is supposed to be administered every day, and sometimes those who go to the secretariat, they go maybe twice per week or once per week. So during those sessions, the parents also are being taught on how to do the therapy. And also in the house, for those who have big children, when the therapist come, the same is done. You watch, and it's a watch and learn situation. Yeah, watch and learn.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, the reason as to why I've asked that question is because, like we have mentioned about the myths and misconceptions and what people think about this condition, is you might find parents who have these children within their premises, within their homes, and they tend to neglect and they tend to feel like it's a burden. Now, as a parent who might not be knowing about the cerebral palsy condition, would want to know how to give, or rather to give the best care to this child when he or she grows up. Now, we have the prevention. We've also mentioned about the prevention, and especially during birth. And there is something called maternal health care, right?
Yes.
What role does it play in prevention?
The maternal care, since it's a monthly thing, the nurses or the doctors there at the hospital, they have their own way of telling you if something is right or something is wrong. So with cerebral palsy, early intervention is the best thing.
Okay.
So even if your child is diagnosed with cerebral palsy, the moment that child is born, that's when you start taking charge. Because the muscles are still soft, and they can be, at least some therapy can be done early, and some early intervention, rather than waiting for a person who has already matured, so that they can take action.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with the Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya, I know you've mentioned different donors, you've mentioned partners and everything, but the support system is not enough to sustain everybody, right?
Yes.
Now, who are the people that you think might be of greater help to the society? Now that you've mentioned about the government not giving enough support, perhaps, is it something that is under the Constitution of Kenya?
Yes, and then you, me, somebody else, everybody who's watching can come, give a hand. Yeah.
Okay.
We do not want to say so and so can donate, so and so cannot. You and me and anybody else, we are open.
And how best can the people who are watching us right now, how can they be a better support? Or rather, how can they support?
The best thing they can do, they can just come to our secretariat in Donholm, and then they will be advised accordingly. If you have foodstuff, if you have some medication, anticonvulsants, if you have assistive devices, kindly reach us to us.
Okay.
Yes.
And how can people reach to you? Via what means? Maybe calls, maybe you can share with us the numbers, you can share with us the social handles and everything. Because I believe right now we have people who would want to assist. It's just that they did not get the right channel to do so, or they did not get the right people to help, or rather give their support system. Perhaps we can get to have the social handles.
Okay, and on Facebook we are at CPSK. Also at Facebook we are at CPSK. Can I give a number?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, 0721 859 972.
972.
Yes.
So that is the social handles at CPSK. And for you to reach the Society of Kenya, the Cerebral Society of Kenya, there is a number that has been shared with you, 0721859972. Perhaps this is a society thing. If you are available, if you are capable, you can reach out to that number so that you can be part of the support system. Now, to the people that are watching us right now, because I believe so, where can people go to learn more or get involved in advocacy and support? I know you've mentioned about how they can support. They can reach you through your social handles and the number that you've shared with us.
So for advocacy, there was a time we went to Parliament and we presented our grievances, and well, we told them it went through, so we are waiting for the implementation. So the government is where we find all the lawmakers. Also, that is the best place we can fight for advocacy.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about the message that you would like to share with the people, with the parents, with the caregivers, and everyone in general, and perhaps the caregivers of children newly diagnosed with cerebral palsy? Because we have the people that have gotten the information recently, or let me say late, but it's not late. They still have time to take care. And they might find it difficult because it's their first time diagnosing their children. And they might get challenges here and there. Now, what message would you give them?
What I would like to say, living with cerebral palsy is not a walk in the park. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay.
It will test your faith. Either you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or whatever religion denomination you belong to. And this is the best time you become close to God. Because this is a human being which is still living, and God chose you to take care of that human being. So the thing is, you have to take heart, take care of that person, and the best thing first is to accept. Because when we're still in denial, that is where some of our parents lose it. We have parents who have died, who have suffered depression because of these children. So the best thing is acceptance, because denial will kill you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denial.
Yeah, denial.
Acceptance is the best key.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is denial. It will kill you. Acceptance, it will make your life much better. Yeah.
Okay. We mostly know that caregivers are the parents, okay, mostly. Yeah. But we have people who surround them, like they have brothers, they have relatives, they have neighbors who are not even related to them, but they are neighbors, the people that are close to them. Perhaps, what parting shots do you have for them?
Okay. The best thing is we integrate them, and you as the parent, you are the first teacher to those surrounding you. Because the moment you discriminate that child, the people surrounding you will do the same.
Okay.
But the moment you show love and compassion to that child, the persons who surround you, they will copy you. So it is you the parent, to take that initiative to love and give compassion to that child for the sake of everybody. It's a tall order, but it's supposed to be like that. Yeah.
Okay. That is nice, and I think it's a call to everybody right now that this is a condition, and we have people surrounding us. We have people who are our neighbors, and they need care and they need love because they are humans. They have feelings, as teacher Saida has said. And with the few time that we have, I believe that one good thing or one word has been said, that denial will kill us. Let's learn to be acceptance of the situations that we are, and we take everything positive. And maybe to highlight some few things here, today we couldn't make to do the Friday Bulletin review. Perhaps you can grab your copy and get to know more about the Friday Bulletin, what is there, and maybe to make a few mentions of what is happening, or rather what has been written on the Friday Bulletin. We can see that there is judiciary clarifies role of Qadhi's court in Muslim divorce proceedings. I know we've been talking about the Qadhi's court and everything, its role in the Muslim community. Now on the front page we have judiciary clarifies role of Qadhi's court in Muslim divorce proceedings. I'll urge you to grab a copy for yourself so that you can get to know all these roles of the Qadhi's court in Muslim proceeding, because I know most of us have been asking questions. We also have Zakat Kenya disburses over 3.4 million Kenya shillings. Other stories in the Friday Bulletin, we have the Kakamega Muslim Benevolent Fund sent to official launch tomorrow. That is tomorrow, Saturday, inshallah. We also have 4 practical tips on how to balance this life and next. I know the current situation we are in, we face challenges. Some of us fail to wake up. We fail, but how do we wake up from where we have fallen? And this Friday Bulletin can be a help to you to know the 4 practical tips on how also to balance this life and the next. We also have marital life expectations versus reality. Mimi ni nataka kuolewa, ni nini nahitaji kujua, ni nini natarajia. You know, there's some few things that we really need to know as an individual, as a person who wants to get into marriage and everything. And we have the 6 positive emotions to get past your slump. Najua sisi wengi tunapitia mashida, but again we really need to know how to wake up from where we have fallen. This is a journey, and for a journey we really need to move forward, not go backward. We also have IUK officially receives charter certification, marks milestone in education. That is the Islamic of Kenya. We have also MP protest discriminatory reparations plan demands inclusion of Ogala victims. JKUAT Muslim medical student to hold free medical camp in Garissa. This is a message to the people that are in Garissa that JKUAT, the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Association of Muslim Medical Students, is set to hold a free medical camp in Garissa County from December 21st to 23rd this year under the theme Bringing Healthcare Closer to Community. The 3-event outreach aims to deliver integrated healthcare services to underserved population in Garissa County. So this is a message to the people that are in Garissa County that JKUAT will be visiting them on the 21st to 23rd of December this year. make use of this time because there will be a free medical camp. We also have something very important about the Friday Bulletin. The Friday Bulletin marks over 20 years of continuous publication. Alhamdulillah, with Allah's grace, the Friday Bulletin has clocked over 20 years of uninterrupted weekly publication since its inception, recognizing the vital role of the media in shaping and influencing society. The Jamia Mosque Committee Nairobi took a visionary step to launch the Friday Bulletin, a weekly publication dedicated to highlighting important events within the Muslim community and providing a platform for spiritual enlightenment and discourse. So this is the Friday Bulletin. Perhaps you can grab yourself a copy and get to know, to read and clarify everything that I've mentioned here, so that you may be aware of what is around you. Until next Friday, it was a beautiful conversation with the teacher Saida Idi. He's an educator, he's a teacher, he's a madrasa teacher, right? Pardon? School teacher. Yeah, a school teacher. And she's also a mother, she's also a wife. She is a good example of a caregiver, of a parent who has a kid with cerebral palsy. It is not over yet. We should stop denying everything, because she said denial will kill us. We should learn to be acceptance, and it starts with us. Until next Friday, my name is Zamzam Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
HorizonTV, the beacon for the nation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن